Oh man, I'm behind. I'm behind on shooting this video. Hopefully you guys don't hold it against me. I do have a little something in its place, and that's I want to talk about this here camera. So I've already made a video on this before, but I've already shot another one using this, just talking about how amazing these are to be used just for quick and dirty work. I absolutely love using these now, and I love some of the other bits of kit that I built around that camera. Using some smaller portable lights and some really small and cheap light stands, along with these wireless mics and these cameras, it's just rad and cheap and rad. So let's roll that beautiful camera footage. Let's see how we do with my little super portable interview setup. So here we go. I'm on the DJI Action 5 Pro, which so far I absolutely love. And then what we have slightly off screen is the Aputure MC light. I think a lot of people know what that is. It's not new to the industry. They've been around for a while. The only difference is that this is the full color version, which then I'm going to connect up via my phone using the Sidus Link app, which I have the MC, and there we go. I hope if I make the screen a little brighter, and so then it's very nice because I have the controls for the light right there. So I can just pick any color I want, you know. If I'm trying to set a mood, I can just set up shop and just be like, I'm the purple dude on the purple screen. Wait, that's not purple. That's more purple. But I'm feeling more magenta-y in this moment, but maybe I just want to get yellow with it because I'm in a yellow room, but maybe orange. But maybe that's all just silly. Let's just go with roughly matching the color of the light in the room. So now I'm just adding a little fill. You know, since I'm in a big bright ass room, it does help to add a little supplemental light to my face. Just off screen here, which, you know, probably don't even have the best lighting direction happening, but I was trying not to like put too much thought into it. I'm just setting up the light, setting up the camera. I connected up my wireless mic, so the DJI Mic 3, DJI Action 5 Pro, and the Aputure MC light. But the thing that I really wanted to, that I was excited for, that made me want to set all this up, is that I am using the Ulanzi lightweight aluminum tripods. These things were 25 bucks. On Amazon, they showed up the next day, so they must have these things in stock like crazy. And I just love how versatile and easy and lightweight and cheap they are. Now, I have expensive tripods. You know, I've got my red Komodo with full cage bill out, with my small HD monitor, my Cine 7, and the Kipper Tie Revolva, like everything to make that camera as good as possible. And then it goes on my Sackler FSB 10 tripod and my Flowtech sticks. Great setup, rock solid, amazing image. But all those things is a whole bunch of steps to get that thing ready to shoot. And the more steps that it takes, the more difficult it is. And you know, sometimes you just want to get shooting and all those things just get in the way. You got to take 20 steps just to start recording. Well, what I love about this, even though the image quality isn't as good and the audio quality, I mean, this is the same mic that I would use if I was shooting on the Komodo, so the audio quality should be exactly the same. So really the only thing that's taking a hit is this image quality, but these Action 5 Pros look pretty damn good. And then Amaran and Aputure just make high quality lights with high CRI, TCLI ratings, and then able to be controlled with an app. Makes them just really easy to use and gives you high quality bang for the buck. And really, you just need a stable tripod. So here I am, I'm in a room, I'm on a wood floor in an old house and I'm moving around, but these are holding steady enough. But really, how steady do they need to be? I mean, not terribly. The Action 5 Pro has image stabilization in it, so I'm not worried about the small kind of movements that I would be on a cinema camera, where you really need to have everything locked off, because that isn't going to stabilize anything, and any little movement is going to be picked up by the camera. Whereas these do an amazing job of getting rid of all unwanted movement. Even them slapped on the side of a car, they've done an excellent job. I was blown away because I thought that I was gonna just have to do more to get a stable shot. So I have my Pocket 3, I've got the Tilta Hydra mini arm, it's on the electronic suction cup on the side of a car, with the vibration isolator on the end of the arm to make sure that that camera is staying as steady as possible while it has a gimbal and all that. And at the end of the day, when this footage got on my timeline on Resolve, the Action 5 Pro Cine footage, I think looked better. Better is a subjective thing, right? Like, better is a very conditional thing based off what your needs are for a shot. Like, a GoPro can look better than a cinema camera if you can actually get the GoPro or the Action camera to be in exactly the location you need it to be, and you can't do that with a cinema camera. So better is a subjective thing. But the better that I'm talking about is as far as like stability, and I mean really just the stability and the smoothness of shot. I actually felt like the gimbal's corrective movements like just kind of broke the mystique of the shots, whereas the Action 5 Pro just being locked off, it was just rock solid. And so the image itself was just rock solid. There wasn't any like gimbal movement or any of this. It was just, and so you just got to see the beautiful subject just roll in, the car just roll into the shot and just hold in space and time. There's no like gimbal corrective movements and you're seeing the car, you know, do this with the little parallax artifact from the gimbal. Nope, just super clean. So I dig it. I dig it. But then I don't know, like I've been just having a thing like anti-gimbal across the board. Like just the look of a gimbal held shot just isn't doing it for me. Like I'd rather see it handheld or I'd rather see it locked off. And I also feel like that those kind of like creative restrictions just make for more intentional shooting instead of like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like just put on a gimbal and just shoot whatever. You end up with like, it's kind of smooth, but it's also kind of like unmotivated without as much flavor. It's just relying on the spectacle of precision instead of the beauty of the storytelling. I don't know, I'm off on a tangent. But what I wanted to say is the fact that I thought I would just like slap this stuff together and I'll turn it on and start talking to the camera. And here we are, we've got a video. There was nothing that got in the way of me shooting it. I just had to extend this pole and put my camera on it, extend that pole and put my light on it, turn the camera, the light, and my mic on, and rip. That's it. The Komodo ought to have been at my camera bench for like an hour or two, just building that rig out, thinking of all the things that were gonna happen in the future and hoping that I got it right on the bench, and then start shooting. Right, in which then that's difficult, like where I have to put the Komodo, like it's hard to reach, and I've got to use like a remote follow focus. You've seen me at the bench having to turn the little focus knob down at the bottom. It's all a lot more work. This is also much more easier. So what does that mean? What does that mean? It means that I'm gonna shoot a lot more. I'm just gonna try to shoot when I'm out and about. I'm gonna try to shoot when I'm at the cart. Try, I keep saying try. This year, we're not trying, we're just doing. One thing that's gonna help us do it is gonna be this. So I picked this up because I want to have more of my point of view, but then I also want to just be able to put the camera in a lot more places. So when I'm doing work on the car, like this camera is so small and magnetic that I can just stick it in the engine bay. Like if, say I'm working on the timing chain, like this camera's gonna be in, it's gonna be in the timing chain. I'm gonna magnetically attach it to the timing chain and run, no, and not run it. I don't think that's gonna work, but super small, stupid handy. It's got this whole base here that works as a remote and a monitor. So like, this is my whole like wireless video setup, like putting a camera over here and being able to check it right here. I'm very excited about this little camera. I've already looked at the footage that comes off of it and it's nearly identical. I'm gonna just say identical because I can't tell the difference between the Action 5 Pro's footage and this when they're shot from the same perspective. They're both advertised as having the same sensor, and just visually, me looking at that camera's lens, it is identical. So yeah, super dope. Driving shots. I'm just gonna mount the camera like in between my eyes, my forehead. It's just gonna be right here. You're gonna get my point of view while I'm driving the car. So that's it. That's where I'm at. Just hyping up some stuff. The Osmo Nano, super excited. These Ulanzi MT-89 tripods, they're on Amazon. I don't have an affiliate link, just go to Amazon, check them out. They're like 25 bucks. They're made of aluminum. I mean, does it feel like a super high-end quality product? No. Does it need to be? Also no. They are made of aluminum and they collapse and they're so small that you can just put them in. 2 of them. I'm probably gonna pick up 2 more so that I can just have like 2 different lights and be able to light myself properly and have both of my Action 5 Pros on these tripods so that I can get 2 cameras. And then I'm gonna use the Nano and have that on so that I can film basically BTS of me filming myself so that I have this 3 camera. Oh yeah, that's still like 1 tripod short. Oh yeah, so 2 lights, 2 cameras. This 32-bit float microphone, all of it fitting in my little second AC bag, just kind of ridiculous. And then there's still the other mic, right? Because I bought the DJI wireless mic 3 setup. It's got 2. So I could be doing an interview with 2 cameras and 2 lights, just on the fly, quick, out in the field, just throwing some cameras out super quick and getting sound bites and interviews from people. Man, where we're at with tech, it's bananas, man. Meanwhile, I got 2 red Komodos sitting in the basement and I just use them for vlogging. They stay home. They don't even leave the house anymore. The things that leave the house now are just my action cameras and my Pocket 3, the Action 5 Pros, and now the Nanos. Like, that's all I go outside with. Every once in a while, I'll bring my Insta360 and then never use that footage for anything. Yeah, man. Yeah. Need to get another one of these lights. Who is it? Cammy McKay? I always get that dude's name wrong. Shout out to Mr. McKay. He has a light with his name on it that I actually got the chance to use on a shoot, and that thing is brilliant. I'm not gonna be able to remember the name of the light off the top of my head, but it was great. Super compact, and the output on it was ridiculous, and it had like a little Fresnel that you could use with it. Super stoked. I'm probably gonna have to pick up one of those as well. That is if I can't find an Amaran equivalent, an Amaran or Aputure, because I really do like using the Situs Link app. So anything that I can use that is app-based to control my lights, I'm all over that, because it kind of sucks to have to keep running to the back of lights and then make your adjustments and then hope it's correct when you get back in front of the camera, or you got to have a stand-in. It's just another thing. It's just another thing that gets in the way. Whereas if I'm standing here right now, I'm just playing on my phone. I don't like having to wait for the app. It is kind of slow, but you know, it is what it is. Like that whole time right there, how long did we just waste? Not a lot, but you know, when the clock's ticking, the clock's ticking. Boom. I do wish that they had a version of this light with a higher output, especially when you put the diffuser on. Trying to get that diffuse light to really punch through. Like in the daytime, barely enough to be usable, but at nighttime, it's huge. Like it's just enough to where you can shoot nighttime, like in a parking lot. And where I hope to put this to use is, there's this little car get together that I put together many, many years ago that's still kind of kicking around that I'm trying to reboot, which is the Southeast Portland get together. And I want to start hitting up people and be like, hey man, you want to talk about your car and show your car a little bit? And then I'm going to use this setup to, you know, just interview them. Interview is a weird word, but just talk to them. Talk to them about their car, how it got there, what their influences are, what they're into, and then like showing their car. Just let it be like, here's the Southeast Portland get together, and here are the people that are showing up. But these cameras are gonna make that just stupid easy with this whole setup being super lightweight. I'm all about it. So that there is my little bit on my portable filmmaking kit, interview kit, cinema verte kit, out in the field, grab and go kit, my little baby kit. But the thing I'm most stoked about is that it makes it really easy for me to be out on the go and just shoot whatever I feel like shooting without a bunch of setup and without a bunch of hassle, allowing me to move quicker and just catch things in the moment. Like, as I mentioned, the Southeast Portland get together, being able to do a little spotlight video on various different people that show up at the get together, just be a lot of fun. And I think fun for the people coming out to the get together, just to have that little bit of, you know, car people we like the attention. We like it when people are giving us some attention because of and recognizing the time and effort and dedication that we put in to our specific vehicle. So I love to give people an opportunity to talk about the thing that they love so much. I spoke about the Cam McKay. Sorry about getting the name wrong the first time, my guy. I think it was with Zhiyun. I don't know how to pronounce that company's name. They came out with a brilliant little light, and Aputure, of course, could not, had to answer the call, and they came out with a new series of lights. So the Amaran Ray 120S, I'm gonna get that letter wrong, just the 120 model of the Ray. I have that on order. It's brand new, so I'm waiting for that to come out, and it comes with a Fresnel, or you can purchase an optional Fresnel, which I did. And it also, there's a very large battery that you can get that will power it, they say well over an hour at full brightness. So back to the get-together and that specific light. I'm pretty excited because the get-together, especially in the winter, is happening at night when it's very dark. And so I'm going to use that light to literally spotlight the one person's car in the background while I talk to him in the foreground. And then I use my other little Aputure MC light to just light up whoever is talking and get them talking about the car. I think it's going to look great. I'm really excited to do it, and I hope that people want to do it. But those people also have to come out to the get-together. So that'll either get more people excited to come out, or it will scare everyone away because nobody wants to be in front of a camera. Who knows? We'll see. So that's it. That's all. That's the end of this video. I got to get back to this, and then I got to figure out a way to make all this homework not seem so boring. Let's see if I'll give you a little hint, because I don't want to just leave you completely hanging. Oil changes. So as I've got all these receipts for oil changes over the course of 24, 25 years, and then have adjusted those numbers for inflation. It's crazy the difference that an oil change costs. Now, it makes sense when you're like, oh, back in the day, you only spent $38. How cheap it was for an oil change. But then adjust that for inflation, and then you really see how much it has changed. For example, one more thing, oil changes. There is a receipt for an oil change just after like a month after the person picked up this car, which means BMW didn't cover any oil changes while it was under warranty. So still just billing my guy for his oil changes straight out the gate. No little window period padded in. It's pretty interesting. So the first oil change that I have documented that I can find quickly without being boring is this oil change 6/8/2001. There's another one earlier than that, but I don't know where that is at the moment. And that oil change was $49.50 in that money back then. Now adjusted for inflation, that same oil change on this, which takes like 7 liters of oil, $90.54. Man, how much I would love to only have to pay less than $100 for an oil change. And then the most recent oil change that we have so far, because I haven't gotten all the way through here, is one in 2013, which was $85 in money then, now adjusted for inflation, $118.41. But then we have other dealership oil changes, which I did in the document here. I'm not differentiating between oil changes and oil fluid service shops. But we've got this other one adjusted for inflation, $132 in 2007. Anyway, interesting. A couple interesting things that even adjusted for inflation, the price of oil changes keeps going up. And the fact that BMW back in the day, straight out the gate, was just billing people for their first oil change. Kind of wild. All right, that's the end of the video. You'll get the rest of this in the next video, I promise. And we'll see you then.